Hey, what's up? What is good, you guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel, my food channel on YouTube. It's Whippin' It with Dave. So without further ado, let's get into what we're making today. So today we're doing a grilled steak with some grilled asparagus, as well as a baked potato. So first, let's go ahead and prep. There you have the steak. You want to make sure you have a real good marbling on it. Also, make sure you clean it up real good before you start to prep it. These will be the seasonings we using for today. You're gonna go ahead and start with the W sauce. Okay, and then you're gonna want to massage it in the steak real good. Don't rush. Take your time on all of this. You can always add, but you can never take away. Always remember that whenever you're cooking something. Okay, you just want to take your time, evenly distribute, coat everything, but you don't want to lay it on too thick either, especially if you have a good cut of beef. If it's a good cut of beef, it has its own good natural flavors, so you only want to add but so many things to it. Because I don't know if y'all heard the saying, but it's like I know, like with certain ice cream, it's like the ice cream is too good for you to put toppings on it. So in a sense, it's like that with the steak too. Okay, so you're gonna flip it over, and then you're just gonna repeat the same process. Take your time, evenly coat, distribute everything. You're not in a rush. Take your time. Okay, and there you pretty much have it. And real quick, coming up here in a second, shout out my loud ass mama in the background there, screaming about her dirty birds. But there you have it. Let it marinate in the fridge overnight. Moving on to the asparagus. Those are the seasonings we will be using. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and start with the oil first. Okay, so because you're gonna want something to help the seasoning stick to the asparagus while it marinates. So you're gonna go ahead, pour the oil on, and just get everything nice and coated and saturated. Okay, and then just like with the steak, take your time, evenly coat, distribute everything over the food. And I keep saying take my time, but because food is, when you put love in the food, you taste it, or at least in my opinion you can. Other people may have their own viewpoints on it, but that's them in their opinion. This is me and mine. Okay, but so you don't want to be too heavy-handed with the seasonings, of course, like I said. But if you are gonna over season and be heavy-handed with one of these seasonings, I will say it should be the roasted garlic and herb seasoning, because that's where a lot of the flavor is at. Give it a different flavor profile. But there you have it. Leave it in the fridge overnight to marinate. Moving on to the baked potato. Now, I don't know about everybody else, but this is how I was taught. Because when I eat a baked potato, I don't eat just the inside of the potato. I eat the inside of the potato as well as the skin. So this is what I do. If this don't suit you, or that ain't really your thing, then don't do it. Okay, highly recommend it, but don't do it though if you ain't feeling it. Yeah, and I put garlic powder and onion powder on it, like that's like the national black people seasoning right there. Then you're gonna go ahead and apply that butter, rub it in real good. Okay, and apply however much butter you feel as if is enough. Felt as if this was enough. Just want to put enough to where the foil doesn't stick normally, but I had non-stick foil too instead of grabbing regular foil. Got butter all over my fingers, but oh well, still was gonna be good anyway. But now real quick, let's go ahead and talk about the wood that I'll be using for the steak. And this is the wood I use, mesquite wood. Any kind is fine, but I do the chunks. And this is the charcoal I'll be using. Any kind of charcoal works though. Now for your fire, you want to make sure that this is real nice and hot. You want to see the fire going, coals burning, all that good stuff. And if it don't sizzle like that, like you hear right now, when you put it on the grill, then your fire not hot enough. You need to take the steak right off and go ahead and let the fire steam, cook up a little bit more, and then you put it right on the flame. Okay, that's how you get your good char. You want to make sure your chimney is either halfway open or all the way open, but preferably all the way open, since this is a thick cut of beef. Plus, like they always say, you want to cook beef in rather high temperatures. But after a few minutes, depending upon the thickness of the beef, you want to go ahead, take out the top, flip it over, and same thing, right over the flame, and cover it back up, let it do its thing, whatever you need to do. Okay. There you have a picture of the chimney open. Okay, and then at this point, you want to have a knife with you and something to put the steak on, so like a plate or something like that. Because as you can see, that good little char, that sizzle, real good grill marks, real good color. And at this point, this is when, well, if you know how to judge whether or not a steak or beef is done or whatever, go ahead and test it, or whatever method you know. But that was a little bit too rough for me, so I cut mine open. As you can see, I put it right back over the fire. You want to leave the top off this time. Okay, you want to go ahead and just let it finish cooking, do whatever else you need to do. Check it every 15 seconds or so, because it's just about done at this point. Make sure you subscribe and like. I know you rocking with the vid at this point if you still watching this far. Okay. So the steak is just about done. It's me pulling it off. As you can see, that fire nice and hot. If your fire not like that, do not put the steak on there. And as you can see, when you do the fire like it, it's so nice you got to see it twice. Okay. So now let's go ahead and move on to the asparagus. This is the wood I'll be using on the asparagus. Use a fruit wood because it's a lot sweeter for vegetables and seafood and whatnot. You want to use mesquite for stuff like ribs, pork, beef, stuff like that. But for the asparagus, you just want to go ahead and put it on there and make sure the fire is nice and hot. You know what I'm saying? Give it one more stir, and then you put the top on. Let it cook for about 5 minutes. Let it get some of that smokiness on there. Come back in about 5 minutes. Make sure your fire is still you just want a nice good constant fire with this. It ain't like beef when you want it high as hell, and you want that fire hot as hell. Okay, stir it up just enough, stir up the fire, stir up the coals, all that good stuff. Stir around the asparagus some more to make sure everything is getting tended to, put it. You're gonna want to just put the top back on, and then you basically want to get to the point where your asparagus starts to look like this after a minute. As you can see, versus when we first started, it's a lot more flimsy. That lets you know it's a lot more tender, and it's cooking, and it's gonna be so good. That right there is in so many words. That right there lets you know it's gonna be good. Okay, and then this is basically the finished product. You're gonna see me poking a toothpick in, because I read somewhere that lets you know if it was done or not. But you can look, and if it's real flimsy like that, then it's good. Moving on to the potato, you want to preheat your oven at 400, and then you're just gonna place the potato in there, man. 1 hour later, and the potato is basically gonna be done. This is easily by far the easiest part of this dish or meal that you can make at home. Okay, so now it's almost time to eat, man. Follow me on IG, man. Whipping It with Dave. We're gonna get this potato together, and then we're gonna chow down. See, I started mine with some butter. That had to come in after that with the sour cream. Okay, then you got the salt and some pepper. And then there you basically have it, man, you know. And as you can see, this is the finished product. I decided to finish off my steak with some onions and mushrooms on the top. And there you have it, man. Looking at that, you know what's good, and give you one more little picture. But that's it, man. You know, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you like, what your favorite meal is, all that good stuff. Follow me on IG. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. Y'all stay safe. Have a blessed one.